Another movie I've not seen in absolute yonks. This is Enter the Dragon, which came out in 1973. This is a historic piece of cinema right here. Its influence in highlighting and expanding martial arts in the West was on par with Akira was to anime. I was still in school when I last saw this, so a lot of it had escaped me, but on this fresh rewatch, I was quickly reminded why it gained such a reputation. Bruce Lee stars as, Lee. In this first scene, he already means business, and it's a pleasure to watch him do his thing at his physical peak throughout, as well as prove wise in the ways, dispensing philosophical quotes up the wazoo. But it's gutting that he never lived to observe his own global success, as he had died shortly before release. It's a real shame. Shiki and his Han, aside from the other typical big baddie things like taking over with money, building an empire, slavery, selling girls and such, I quite like the idea that he's the villain for simply betraying the honour of his martial arts teachings. It's like with the Force in Star Wars, the light side, the dark side and all that jazz, and him planning a tournament to determine the best, a classic staple truly popularised here. My man John Saxon plays Roper, very witty and a gambling junkie, and Jim Kelly is Williams, a smooth dude who brings a streetwise viewpoint to the whole gig, and he's easily the most charismatic actor on screen, especially when paired with Saxon. The other actors are fine, although I've got to shout out Yang Ji as the enforcer, Bolo, who is Chong Li from Bloodsport, hell yeah! Which, in hindsight, is basically a big rip-off of this. But anyway, I love his psychotic presence, and I even spotted a young Jackie Chan as a henchman. How neat. The depth is surface level stuff, but nothing worth bothering about. It's straightforward and delivers what you came to see. Eventually. The first third is mostly set up in exposition, but still it's interesting enough. Once we're on the island, it takes off, and only gets better, with the whole last 20 minutes being an awesome, bonkers blitz. The fight choreography, what a shock, kicks arse, still holding up immensely over 50 years later, whether it's fancy, fast and fluent, or solid and hard-hitting, mixed in with some impressive stunts, and I enjoy the stealth scenes too. It's where the plot becomes Bond-esque. Robert Clouse's direction is stylish, especially in terms of the camera work, including dramatic fast zooms, focus shifts, polished flows, and a particularly creative use of reflections, and we get treated to the all soon-to-be martial arts cliches, slow-mo shots, overly emphasised sound effects, animalistic high-pitched yells, and obviously stilted English dubbing, reminiscent of spaghetti westerns. And this was funnier than I remember. There's actually a fair amount of comedy. Lalo Schifrin's music is fire, blending oriental, spy flick, and grooving funk. The intro theme song alone is just, damn son. My only minor nit to pick is that the editing can be sometimes abrupt, jumping from one scene to another so suddenly to the point of being jarring, but that's about it. Well, that, and it's impossible not to think of Kentucky Fried Movie. Any minute I expect to hear, But regardless, Enter the Dragon continues to rightfully stand tall as the ultimate landmark, and while it doesn't necessarily make me think, it sure makes me feel. I'm Jason, and this is Small Movie World, watching, talking, and loving films.